The model I'm about to share with you is based on over 18 years worth of trial and error and working with over 20,000 teams. So this is not a new model. It is actually based on two things. It's based on probably 30 years of working with leaders, with teams, with organizations to deliver high performance. And it's based on over 50 years worth of robust research into the areas of human behavior, leadership, and organizational climate and organizational behavior. The model itself is 6 segments around the clock face, as you see here, and those segments are split into 2 hemispheres: the transactional hemisphere on the right hand side and the transformational hemisphere on the left hand side. In order to truly understand the model, you need to start at the 12 o'clock point here, and imagine this as a clock face working around in a clockwise direction. The first segment is the goals segment. So if you're a team leader or you're a member of a team, the first thing you really need to establish or want to know is, what are the goals of the team? What are the objectives for me individually? What's the overall vision and mission of the organization? So establishing that goal clarity is the first task of a leader and the first thing that as a team member I would like to know. The next section here is around roles, and this is around really understanding your roles and responsibilities as an individual, and as a leader making sure everybody knows what position they are on the field. What number shirt am I wearing? You know, what is the requirement of me? What's the responsibility I have in that role? It's also around the structure around the team. Have we got the team in the right organizational structure in order to deliver the goals? And have we got the right people with the right skills and the right knowledge in order to deliver it? So once we've established clear goals, clear roles, the next thing we need to establish is the processes, the ways of working, standard operating procedures that allow us to be effective. And again, that can be down to things like performance development. It can be a whole area of communication, and those two are the most important. But it can be how we manage our meetings, how often we meet as a team. So there are lots and lots of different processes required depending on the type of team you work in. Now these 3 things, goals, roles and processes, are the transactional hemisphere. And transactional comes from the original research by James McGregor Burns and Bernard Bass in the late 70s, early 80s, and they were the first people who came up with this concept of transactional or transformational leadership. Transactional leaders enable performance. So this is much more of your hands-on operational management, and when you are forming a team, the team requires a lot of hand-holding. So this style of leadership is appropriate to this hemisphere here: goals, roles and processes. Now anybody, irrespective of their experience, if they do these things, will deliver an effective level of performance. The challenge is sustaining it over time, and that's where the transformational hemisphere comes in. Transformational leaders inspire performance. Transactional leaders enable performance. And in the transformational section, these things are equally important, but they come later. And the first area we can see here is adaptability. And this is not the ability to be change orientated, but the ability to adapt to changes in circumstance. So if the environment changes, if your product offering changes, if the competition do something different, or legislation or technology moves ahead, you need to be able to adapt to those changes in your marketplace or environment. They might be changes in structure, they might be changes in process, or changes in product. And as a leader, do you engage your people to understand what the changes are and what is required in order to adapt to that change? Are you providing the environment for innovation? Are you able to engage people and listen and get the best ideas rather than drive everything yourself? So that's really quite critical. The next section, the connection section, this is This is the glue that sticks the team together. So anybody can bring a team together initially, but can you keep them together and keep them happy? So under the connection, this is all around relationships. It's around pride and identity in the team. It's about how positive the team are and motivated to succeed. And that glue is absolutely critically important. And finally, section 6 is resilience. Do you provide the environment of optimism? Do you provide the support people need and the life balance that people can maintain that means of production over time, so people are not burnt out, they're not destroyed by the climate that you've created in the organisation, but actually can continue to deliver high levels of performance over time?